The wisdom in 易经风水 is the foundation of world peace. Good day to audience around the world. Welcome to professional 易经风水 TV station, Weixin TV station. Today is Monday, July 8th, 2019. It's now 11:30 p.m. in Taiwan. I'm Fiona Zhang Xinfang, bringing you the news of the world new religion, Taiwan 唯心圣教. Every day, Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi not only delivers lectures to Weixin Virtuous Fellows of intermediate classes at headquarters Xianfo Temple and other branch temples, but also continues to offer services for domestic and international believers to preach 易经风水 magnificent Dharma and to resolve difficulties in life for people. In this piece of news, we are focusing on one of the sectors that is the closest to the public, 唯心圣教 Merit Foundation. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi went to Holy Sanbao Si Branch Temple on June 29th and gave lecture for the branch leaders of the Merit Foundation, which is one of the Dharma fairs of the second half of the Jihai year. He encouraged the leaders to facilitate the development of the Dharma affairs at the forefront, express their concerns to, and offer service for the general public with the merciful heart like the immortals, Buddha, and Bodhisattva.
禅机山唯心圣教 Grandmaster 混元禅师 visited the 唯心圣教三宝寺 Branch Temple and gave a lecture to branch leaders of 唯心圣教 Marriage Foundation at the Sanbao Lecture Hall. The purpose of the lecture was to equip branch leaders with a more in-depth understanding of 唯心圣教's holy Dharma, so that 唯心圣教 Marriage Foundation can perform maximum altruism by offering service to all sentient beings to alleviate vexation and uncertainty. Grandmaster reminded the branch leaders to create merits at all times and avoid making the mistakes like general people, finding excuses. Grandmaster's instructions are as follows.
那么过去几年来，你们很辛苦，利用时间，帮这个功德会、基金会，来收款，收这汇款。为会友服务，那我也很感恩，但是只有这样呢，还不够，不是只要各位去收钱，这样的话，那变成世间的一些派出馆、鸟气会，那样就很不好，所以老祖师尊。要培养各位都能够成圣成贤，这一生才不会白走，才不会浪费我们的人生。人生是有限的时间，业力一来，呼吸困难，身体肿胀，那么百病都来了。那你等到那时候要来跟说老祖我要来做这一件事情来帮忙怎么样已经没有啦，这一般人的习惯。
Grandmaster also instructed the virtuous fellows to utilize their wisdom into Weixin Dharma treasures, the collection of wondrous Dharma, and the introduction and legacy of traditional rituals. The wondrous Dharma recorded in which is what the society most urgently needs. It is also a righteous Dharma that can stand the test. Branch leaders were encouraged to make all-out efforts to serve the society and all sentient beings. Weixin News.
Now let's watch the Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi's footprint at Ma-Dou Branch Temple.
长期山唯心圣教 Grandmaster 混元禅师 has been promoting 易经风水 education, spreading the seed of peace among the society. This contributes to the society of receiving peace and stability. Grandmaster came to Weixin Shengjiao Mado Branch Temple on 28th of June. He taught in the class for 24 Feng Shui class fellows. All WeChat fellows were glad to welcome his coming. A swallow flew around the classroom before Master came. It finally landed on the camera, causing error of its connecting wire. Grandmaster instructed fellows in the class that this bird represented one of the 8 immortals. It came as a representative of the king of Peacock for inspection.
那今天我们来到麻豆道场，我24届的同修，这里好像还没来过哈，今天是第一次，尤其呢，燕子飞燕就先进来，先来巡视大家，那个就是代表8仙其中有1仙先来巡视。这8仙呢，一仙呢，哪一位徛在这院迄是啥人？搭一尊大神，一来，现在叫我要徛北河，结果把北河化作燕子，来巡视。迄个8仙头，迄是啥人？8仙头啥人？延庆法师。仙翁是哪一位？那是王产老祖啦。所以8仙头是王禅老祖。恁来咧醉的时候，啉酒的时，一定爱一杯供养老祖。第一杯供养老祖，然后你才啉落。第2杯供养到搭一尊。你都怪，啉若醉的时，我爱举咧害者，一直派一个葫芦，供养你都怪。第3杯呢，供养啥人？咱的列祖列宗。第4杯才有你爷，才有咱的爷甲啉落，当做包水啊！
This is the first time of happening. We all felt amazing. The bird landed on the camera quietly and listened to the instruction of Grandmaster. Grandmaster took a break after the class and chatted with Mr. Lee, the fellow who has been offering in the Branch Temple. He chants every day. He reminded Grandmaster to take good care of his health and avoid heavy workload. Grandmaster was thankful to his contribution to the Branch Temple so that other WeChat fellows can have a place to perform Dharma practicing. Grandmaster also reminded him to take care of himself. Weixin News.
Take a break. We will come back soon. This week on Yi Jing Feng Shui Education, Master Yuan Yi of Yi Jing University took students to a field trip on June 29th. Let's take a look at the footage.
On the afternoon June 29th, Master Yuan Yi of Weixin Shengjiao College led students of Practical Writing 2 course and registered fellows of Fundamental class of Taichung Branch Temple went out of the classroom and had an outdoor teaching. Went to the junction of 3 creeks outlet of Dali Creek and Caohu Creek to observe how the factory gates should be opened in order to get rich. Then go to the Uri District Brewery to learn about the improvement of the factory's feng shui. The students first came to the junction between Dali Creek and Caohu Creek where a lot of factories were built. Master Yuan Yi explained the Wondrous Dharma that how to open the gates in the junction of the 3 creek outlets, and cooperated with the local situation and followed the flying star feng shui to analyze which direction is the best position to put the gate. And also the position of the gate can get the lucky energy and be obtained endless water from the junction, also can permanent operation. In the next step, the group went to the Hengchang Enterprise in Uru District. The person in charge is Mr. and Mrs. Lee from the fundamental class. In the original operation of the company, they encountered a bottleneck and their bodies became unhealthy. Master Yuan Yi took the opportunity to explain the importance of the luminous cord and taught students that following the 4 principles of the luminous cord can make the company's orders grow steadily and even more widely. Master Yuan Yi also taught virtuous fellows that how to improve the situation. The original direction of the gate faced a lot of plight, and he modified the direction of the gate and led the gate to the flat Bagua plateau and then connect the endless irrigation, the deity of water. At the end, put a powerful dazzling dragon column, turning disadvantages into advantages. Nowadays, Mr. and Mrs. Lee have good business, good energy, and good health. At the end of the teaching, Master Yuan Yi gave a certificate of appreciation to Mr. and Mrs. Lee, thanking their help in his teaching. Weixin News at Taichung.
Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi instructs us that different religions are endowed with different providence when they reveal in the world. Society is benefited by different religions' expertise. In this week's Weixin Shengjiao feature story, we're showing you the relationship between Yi Jing Feng Shui and the worldly affairs. You'll be able to understand the wisdom behind the application of Yi Jing Feng Shui by the real stories happening around us. Let's watch today's topic together.
Everybody, Aμή陀佛. Welcome back to Weixin Shengjiao feature story. In 1982, being the student of his teacher, Mrs. Xie, Hunyuan Chanshi learned Tao in Tainan Xinyin Zhongshan Temple. Mrs. Xie practiced Guanyin Dharma Gate. One day, Hunyuan Chanshi asked her for wisdom sharing. Mrs. Xie told him that in order to have achievement, he should not overestimate himself. Otherwise, he will be suffer instead of earning something. Hunyuan Chanshi got inspired a lot. Many people do not know how to be humble. In order to achieve higher social status, they participate in a field that they are not professional or familiar with. In the end, they fall into crisis or injury instead. A fellow from Tainan who owned $1 million assets. His monthly income is $50,000, while his net income is $20,000. He thought he could afford a house which worth $10 million. Hunyuan Chanshi told him to consider the purchase seriously without rush. Hunyuan Chanshi told him the environment have been changing all the time. He might not possibly have $20,000 net income every month. He might be undergo salary reduction or company close down. No one can anticipate the future. This is the principle of Yi Jing. Things just change in every aspect with different magnitude. Mr. Li somehow did not take the opinion of Hunyuan Chanshi. He applied for a mortgage from bank to buy his dream house. 1 year later, Mr. Li and his wife came to Xianfo Si Temple to seek help from Hunyuan Chanshi. They decided to sell the house because they no longer able to pay the mortgage. Hunyuan Chanshi asked his wife what had happened. She said her husband's company laid him off due to economic downturn, and he's only got a small amount of compensation pay. They felt difficult for daily life as well as the heavy burden of mortgage. Hunyuan Chanshi pointed that this was an example of not evaluating the capability of oneself. Wrongly perceived that we have enough ability may cause failure in the end. 混元禅师 wanted to remind the property sales that they are responsible to remind the clients to evaluate their own financial power before purchasing. It is not appropriate to lie or exert peer group pressure to achieve the sales. Otherwise, if the income is earned from inappropriate selling scheme, causing the client to make an overestimated decision and suffer, bad karma will then accumulate. Learning I Ching can help us to make decisions without worry. If Mr. Li can understand the principle of I Ching from the beginning, he would have well evaluated his ability before failing to pay the mortgage of the house. Thanks for watching today's feature story. Bless you all. See you next time.
Take a break. We will come back soon. Shifting our focus to the activities held by the branch temples. On June 26th at 6:30 p.m., the starting point of World Peace Taichung Branch Temple held the Compassionate Medicine Buddha Repentance Rite. As the chanting sound circulated, the mechanism of Zen and the Dharma words in the scriptures and sutras were conveyed, enlightening our wisdom and mercy. At the same time, depending on the magnificent power of Wangchan Laozu, we repented during the rite, cleaned our souls, reduced our karma, and regained the clear and healthy energy for life.
On the evening of June 26th, the Compassionate Medicine Buddha Repentance Dharma service was held at Wangchan Laozu Hall, located on the 8th floor of Taichung Branch Temple, where chanters led virtuous fellows in attendance to piously worship Buddhas and make repentance. Master Yuanmeng had instructed the chanting class how to perform chanting and the Compassionate Medicine Buddha Repentance Rite. Yet, having practiced for months, Master Yuanmeng pointed out the virtuous fellows of the chanting class failed to keep pace with one another. Thus, he had the prospective chanters and the master perform the rite in this monthly ritual and recorded it on video for the virtuous fellows' sake.
这一次我就特别的要请这几位准诵经师法师他们来参与。 一方面要给各位你们实质的看，参与之后，我们下个礼拜，就要有，下个月我们就由各位来承担了这一切的法仪，今天特别，而且我们又将这个摄影的这个工具，有请人来帮我们将这个法仪来把它，一切的这个。 法仪来把它录影起来，给各位做一个参考。希望咱大家能提升咱的素质。
Via the Compassionate Medicine Buddha Repentance Dharma service, not only could we make reflection together with repentance and practice self-cultivation, the virtuous fellows of the chanting class were able to learn by doing as well. Welcome virtuous fellows residing in Taichung to take part in the ritual. Weixin News, Taichung Branch Temple.
Coming up next is Weixin TV Continuing Education. On June 29th, a virtual cultivating hall of the starting point of World Peace Taichung Branch Temple, the training program for Weixin TV correspondents was held. Now for more details.
On June 29th, Weixin TV station held Weixin TV correspondent training program at Virtual Cultivating Hall in Taichung Branch Temple. We have 30 correspondents standing for each branch temple attended the training program. The purpose of this training program was not only focusing on new media concept, but also writing skills of press release. It was very honored to have virtual fellow Mr. Tan from Weixin TV station gave some advice on writing skills. Grandmaster Huiyuan Chanshi values reporters' missions and responsibilities very seriously. Although Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi cannot make it to attend the training program in person on that day, but he made a short video giving some encouraging words to correspondents. Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi instructed that Wang Chan Laozu see phenomenon of fake news existing in present societies. So he exhorted correspondents to hold objective, practical, transparent, positive attitude while preparing press release. Everyone who was mentioned in press release is our friends, families, or relatives. So we should prepare press release in a positive way. In this way, we can avoid cruel and fierce news and bring safe and positive news to people. The merits from reporting positive press release can credit for benediction. Master Yuan Feng, General Manager of Weixin TV Station, started the topic with the concept of traditional TV program and new media distribution as opening. He demonstrated the impact of the booming new media. Then Virtual Fellow Mr. Tan shared writing skills of press release from structure to experience sharing. Following with new media video manufacturing learning, Virtual Fellow Mr. Li led correspondents learning new media from practicing it. The whole progress illustrated from the very beginning to the end by producing video news on smartphone or new technology devices. The training program ended up with Q&A session leading by Virtuous Fellows Mr. Hong and colleagues to solve people's difficulties. The training program ended up with people's goal congruence together. Weixin News, Taichung.
Grandmaster Hunyuan Chanshi reveals the profound wisdom of Yijing Feng Shui in simple language. He integrates the art of divination, unveils the mysteries of Yijing Feng Shui in the heart of the public, and creates a wonderful life for you and me with an authentic religion. Thank you for tuning in today. Please stay tuned at 11:30 p.m. on every Monday, and 11:30 in the morning and 4 o'clock in the afternoon on every Tuesday for every week's Weixin News on Weixin TV. Wang Chan Laozu bless you and your family. World peace. See you next week.